Hello, my lovely stars. Welcome to a Hogwarts stream today. And I have a ton of quests here, as you can see. First things first, I feel like we should start grabbing these assignments first.
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go.
Oh, there's another match ready.
Hello, Samantha. Are you here for someone as court?
I am. I'm actually rather good at it. Used to play all the time with my brother until... Never mind. Shall we begin?
Interesting.
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning.
Summoner's Court.
Accio!
Whirlpools.
That was sensational. A draw? That simply won't do. A rematch then.
Gonna have to rematch if it's tied.
Good match. Care to have another go?
But of course.
Splendid.
Accio.
Ha, I did it.
Unfortunate for me. That settles it then.
It was great the way it just like...
After your poor
Push.
show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just
I'm
say
too
if
good
I'm
of a heart
good,
to
then
let
you're
people
better.
down.
I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent. Best of luck.
Yep. Madam Kagawa's office is right up here.
Welcome back. Have you finished?
Reporting back, Professor. Assignment's all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice our restore momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match.
It's all the way up here. Big tower. There's a cat. And a frame. There's another cat and a niffler. Hoping to find a baby niffler. Or at least breed
Ironically, I
nifflers to have baby niffler.
bored I'd be in divination class.
Oh, is that who I think it is?
Revelio.
There's Imelda and Adelaide.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old
Yeah, it's
owls
up
and
to me.
noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly
Hi,
going to
Imelda.
rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. Ugh, it's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
Yes, I did. We'd helped her uncle.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Like, I want to try to go around the other side to not... Oh, Natty's here. Reading. Hey.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
A demiguise. But I can't grab it right now because it's the middle of the day. Yep. Where's Poppy? It looks like it's Poppy. A lot of the time she's in classes with us. What did the leaves say?
So knowledgeable.
Beginner's luck, I say. You'll not beat me next time.
Nah, she said something. Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't this Natty's mom as well?
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
It's alright, that part's over, Poppy. We already talked about it.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
What do I see in my future? Well, the option it gives me is triumph, danger, power, or not sure. I feel like we see danger. It's like there's always stuff after us.
I can't get rid of this feeling of a coming danger.
I see. Know that such omens are not damning if they can at least prepare us. And you are preparing yourself even now. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things.
To the 3 broomsticks.
Glad you came.
You summoned me, Serana.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
Ah. We're working together.
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course.
Of course.
Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Well, I'll see what I
I'll
can
try
do.
to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
We always just pass her. Both quests.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Serona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Serona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life.
I'm gonna do this real
A bit
quick
lost
before-
without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering
Seeing our
some
friends.
Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
And then going back to classes. Some Horklumps. I have Horklumps on me.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Serona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Serona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Oh, great.
Serona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
All right.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
All right. The
Revelio.
Here's the letters. Not gonna be able to read all of them because there's a bunch of them. But I'm just gonna slowly scroll through so that you guys can read it. This one's from Mirabelle.
I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to
Found
ask.
your letters. Can I ask about the letters in the box?
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Is Mirabelle Professor Garlic? That would be interesting.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends.
Oh my god.
I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Oh, we can still ask all the rest of them.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I really wish they did Quidditch. That would have been a fun part of it.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
It's also weird that the Hufflepuff common room and the Slytherin common room are so close together. Like, it literally makes me want to show you. Like, as we all know, this is the Hufflepuff common room. It's located in a barrel next to the kitchen. Right after I go up these stairs, you're gonna see the hourglasses to the main hall. But if you take the other way and go downward a little bit, run downwards a little on the spiral staircase, or through this door, and you're right in front of the Slytherin common room. Like, that's how close the Slytherin and the Hufflepuff common rooms are. It's very weird. It's autumn, so all the pumpkins. God, look at it. Oh, there they are.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
Excuse me. Hey, Sebastian. Came to check on you.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts. Both of these answers are correct. I'm curious about the dark arts, but it's dangerous.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
Ooh. Ooh, you can tell me, Sebastian. I've already told you everything. You know I'm good at keeping secrets.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Ooh, yeah.
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
Oh my god, poor Ominous.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me.
That's good.
And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Yeah, I'm sure Ominous listens to you. Just kidding, guys. You can see him like going up The ominous, like, bugging him. Right. I can actually see people inside the classroom beforehand. There's Gareth. Mr. Everett Clopton.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Adelaide Levander. Arthur. And Amit, who we briefly met in Hogsmeade. There's Samantha. Right, class time.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
In we walk in.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
We will be up in the tower.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
It's okay. Got this, Amit. It's Amit, not Omid. Omid died a while ago.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Like, I'm not even wearing my robe.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Oh, really?
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Ah. So now we have a telescope of our own.
I tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Hello, Gareth.
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Amit thinks he knows everything.
Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
Revelio.
Bit judgy there, Arthur, though.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
The constellations are beautiful. Not sure they're worth dying of a cold for, but they are beautiful.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Confringo!
More stuff. Here it is.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know. Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar. The other is mere lunacy.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
It's funny that there's a teacher who doesn't like another class that we just went to.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you want me to help you find all of these constellations?
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
There's always a few characters that sound exactly like him.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual
Lumos.
stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
He's a little scared.
Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh, certainly.
Why are you so fascinated with stars?
I suppose because there is so much to learn about them. I mean, there is plenty to learn about a lot of subjects, but astronomy seems limitless. Always something new being discovered. They are forever discovering new moons and stars. In fact, they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
I don't like this angle, but all the other angles it showed was fine.
Where precisely is the table we're looking for?
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found in the library, it may be somewhere along the castle wall.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Because we've seen him before, just haven't properly been introduced.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Lumos.
Lumos!
Making sure he's following me. Like, I really don't know if you guys can hear that. That was a louder scream than usual.
Lumos.
Lumos! More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, Amit.
Indeed, not this close to Hogwarts. And this is where it is.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Lyra.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You're welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
That's funny. Or did he find himself in another
Lumos.
dimension where it was easier?
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
It's up there. You can see the astronomy tower. It's like it's a big castle.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
You can kind of see where all the brighter stars. Yeah. Got it. Leo. Let's grab this water point.
Psst, over here. Quietly.
She came out of nowhere.
I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Oh my god, she did all of that? Just for my help?
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
Okay, I won't pray anymore. I just thought I'd ask why.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Okay, so we gotta be very sneaky, guys. Shh.
Revelio.
There's tons of treasure all over this castle. Yeah, I have both of them on here.
Depulso. Accio.
Here we go.
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
She came up to the ladder right here.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Harlow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
High Wing.
Oh,
do you
no.
know that hippogriff?
Get these things back.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Wait, Natty.
Blasted! There's gotta be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Of course, we get shut out.
Lumos. Levioso. Not the safest place to sneak into.
That was so close.
Revelio.
It was like on, off, on.
Given the dull tasks.
We're trying to sneak up on him.
Petrificus totalis.
And then we'll head up. It's 25 is the max with Wigan Wild potions I can get. Should just start killing him healing potions. Hard to pronounce. Wigan Wild potions.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Ha ha!
Somehow I knew somebody was gonna arrive if I did that. This is gonna be fun. That was easy. Alright, open the door.
Hello, Hamora.
Open the door. It's time to quickly get through this castle and rescue Highwing.
Revelio.
Because now we
I
actually
hope
have a
Natty's
place
having
to
an
be.
easier time of it. Hello, Hamora.
Felt that coming up.
Revelio.
Which way am I going? This way, probably. Hello.
You're going home in a wooden box!
Am I though?
Confringo. No! Defender. Arrest the rebels. Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Ascendo. No.
Fights are getting easier now that I know the patterns of the
Hello,
each
Hamora.
poacher. You practice the patterns with extra battles off the side. Making sure that you know that the whole red protect. The red circle means you gotta go and roll.
Revelio.
And the yellow circle is protect.
Oh no, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians.
Oh no! I must save all of these critters. 4 jubbernauts, 3 measles, 5 giant purple toads, 1 thestral. 2 hippogriffs? 2? And a phoenix. Alright, let's save all these beasts while we're at it. Come here. You too. All of these ones we can give to the Beast Lady and Hogsmeade, and we can get more space in our vivarium for
Revelio.
Our special shinies. Alrighty. Are we there
Revelio.
yet? We're almost. We're almost up there.
Revelio.
Just got one more spot of treasure. Alrighty, up to the roof.
Highwing, it's all right. There we go.
Well, there is a second hippogriff.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Mora.
Hurry! Ho! Ho! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled
Oh my
run.
God. Come on. This is amazing. We're now riding the hippogriffs around. Just gotta follow her back. Try to touch the water.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle.
More than likely. Woo!
This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
Oh my God, this would be so amazing.
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Harlow's hands.
Nice.
I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Oh my God, yes! We actually have... We have Highwing in our grasp.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
Well, that was really fast,
I
Natty.
assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Papa!
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
Good girl, Highwing.
That is going to do it for this episode of Hogwarts Legacy. If you liked all my content today, please like, subscribe. I hope all of you lovely stars had an amazing journey, a lovely adventure, and I hope to see all of you in the next video.